Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to What the F News, the only show where we bleep the first cuss word of this video, but none of the other ones because that somehow makes this ad friendly. My name is Destery, and first off, I just want to say I apologize that it's been 84 years since I've made one of these. I would have made one sooner, but I had to return some videotapes. But secondly, I missed you, I missed doing this show, and I'm excited to be doing it again. And on that note, huge announcement at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss it. But that said, let's get into the heckin' weird news that I wanted to slap your muff with today. And this is gonna be a little bit different of a what the fuck news than normal, but then again, it's been so long since I've made one of these, you guys probably don't even remember what a normal what the fuck news would be like. You're like, has Destery always had the flesh-eating goblin chewing his elbow in the corner of these videos? Yeah, I think that's always been there. Actually, no, you're right, guys. The flesh-eating goblin is new, and I'm in a tremendous amount of pain. And also, really quick, this video has been sponsored once again by Big Greg's Eggnog.
Big Greg's Eggnog. No one knows why it's chunky.
Update, I found out why Big Greg's Eggnog is chunky, and that is why effective immediately I will no longer be working with Big Greg's Eggnog. Let's just say there's a little bit too much of Big Greg and his eggnog for my comfort. But no, no sponsor today, guys, except for little old me and the sponsored tier patrons over at patreon.com/CaptainDestes. More about that at the end of the video, but if you'd like to support the channel, make sure these keep getting made, check it out. You can get signed posters, Polaroids, video messages, and it's still the best way to support the channel, so yes, check it out, patreon.com/CaptainDestes. And you know what, guys? Let's just get into the stories today because I have been bottling this up for so long. And my therapist says that bottling stuff up is bad. So I gotta let loose. Ah! That very passionate scream was me letting loose just now. Because unfortunately, today's main story revolves around one of the original arc villains of What the Fuck News. No, not Jared Threaten. Not even Jillian from Jilly Juice.
It's not diarrhea.
No, today we continue the saga of the worst villain of all, the Thanos to my WTF NCU. That's the What the Fuck News cinematic universe. A name that makes me shudder at the mere utterance of it. Shudder. Gwyneth.
Hello.
Oh god, by the nipples of King Zora, what in the fuck could she have done now? Did she secrete her mucus glands into kombucha she's selling for $90? Nope. Did she claim that ground down pube bones is the cure to AIDS? Did she box animal turds into gift bags that she claims have healing properties or some shit? Yes. Wait, seriously? Yeah, no, that's real. You got it. What the fuck? Yeah, you heard right. In what was only one of many stories centered around Gwyneth Paltrow in the last several months since I've talked about her last, it seems as if making a candle that smells, quote, like her vagina and was in the news for apparently exploding in people's homes wasn't enough. A candle which I definitely still don't own to this very day. Even after it exploded, it made me scream like the bad guy from the Green Lantern movie. 3, 2, 1. No, it seems as if making a $100 jade egg that you jam in your clam gobber to, quote, balance your chakras was just the tip of the smelly goop iceberg.
How does it help do that?
I don't know. I need to start my jade egg practice. I don't know what the we talk about.
It wasn't enough for good old Gwyneth to make a documentary series about the pseudoscience nonsense happening at her Goop retreats, which on average cost over $1,000 just to attend. As yes, in news that frankly shocked no one, Gwyneth's health and wellness company, Goop, has literally sealed animal shit into a gift bag that is somehow selling for over $75. And I know the most pressing question you probably have other than, why? Is, did I buy one? And the answer is no. Look, I may be terrible with my money. I mean, I literally just bought a pair of Heelys last week. You know what? No, I'm defending that. That was a great purchase. I mean, just look at how cool I look on these things. Wow, I definitely know what I'm doing. So I'm aware that my track record of buying dumb shit speaks against me, but when I bought this candle for $75, I thought, you know, at least I could make some sort of joke about it, you know? At least it's some sort of gag gift, right? Literally, it made me gag. But what kind of a joke am I supposed to make owning animal shit? Tell you what, if you're that bent out of shape that I didn't get one of these to do a review segment, I'll do you a favor and spend the rest of my animation budget tracking it to my hand. That way I can still review animal turds for the internet, okay? Okay, here we go. Mamma mia, that's a big dookie. Sniff, sniff. Oh God, those animal turds really smell like animal turds. Uh-oh, stinky. Twisty face for added comedy effect. There, how was that? Applause. Thank you, I'm a really good actor. But yes, the 9 pounds of, wait, why is this still being tracked in my hand? I don't want it. Stop, get it off me. What was I saying? Oh, right. The 9-pound sack of literal fecal matter appeared on the Goop website in November of 2022 as part of a gift guide and is apparently comprised of a mix of goat, horse, chicken, and cow manure. And listen, I'm not dumb, okay? I'm aware that manure is used for, as Rick from The Walking Dead would say, stuff and things. I'm doing stuff, Lori. Thanks. That's not the weird part. The weird part is that Gwyneth Paltrow, of all people, is the one selling it. And for $75. And not only that, but it's part of a holiday gift guide. Like she thought, you know what people are always needing more of? Socks? Animal shit. Totally. Like who would enjoy getting this as a gift? It's like a fucking gift my grandma would have gotten me. The same grandma that once gave me a window screen and a single sock as a present. This year she tried to do a little bit better. For Christmas she gave me these Beats by Dre, but for the life of me I cannot figure out how to use them. Really not sure why they won't turn on or even how to use the Bluetooth. Dude, Beats by Dre suck, man. Yes, I did make these specifically for this joke, by the way. Totally worth it. Like what you see, make sure to subscribe. Listen, if you at least smiled at that joke, then you owe me to go check out my Patreon, okay? You don't have to do anything on it, just go look at it. Just look at it. Look at it! Anyways, back to poop. What's even more bizarre about this is that it's still currently sold out. Like what? What is in that shit that people are so excited to buy? Maybe this is like a Willy Wonka golden ticket situation where Gwyneth just told people she hid 5 of her own dumps in 5 random bags.
You've owned my pussy smell. Well, now you can own my...
Don't you look at me in that tone of voice. Take one good look at this woman and tell me that she wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's what I thought. And you may be thinking, Destery, there's a flaw in your logic there. It's widely known that girls don't poop. And to that, I'd agree, but with all the like insane supplements she takes and alternative medicine she practices, she probably has shit so sinister that they come out sentient with the intent to commit arson. Hilariously, that wasn't the only bizarre new thing to appear at the Goop store recently, as you can now also purchase a $120 luxury adult diaper lined with, quote, virgin alpaca wool, fastened with amber crystals and infused with the scent of jasmine and bergamot. Bro, what the fuck? $120? Who is out here paying $120 for adult diapers? I mean, I only pay like $12 a pack for mine, and that's still too much. You know, I actually do have a theory for this one. I think Gwyneth made this specifically for Amber Heard so she can stop shitting in people's beds. No, I shouldn't say that. Because she might hear me and shit in my bed. Amber Heard's like a paranormal horror movie monster. Like Candyman or Beetlejuice, you say her name 3 times, she just appears and dumps in your bed. Stop! Stop it! Now, I will say with this one, while Gwyneth herself did promote this item, it wasn't actually real and was just meant to start a conversation about the price of diapers and how they shouldn't be taxed. Even still though, if this were real, you just know people would have bought it. Like this may be like a hot take or whatever, but the luxury fuckers that just jump on any product like this are the worst. It reminds me of that pop-up shop prank that Payless did where like they made like a fake shoe company called Palessi, where they just sold $35 Payless shoes for $900 and people bought them. Like people will buy anything if they think it's somehow fancy. Like I don't get it, and I don't think I'll ever get it. Like I would rather eat the shittiest beefy 5-layer burrito from Taco Bell over this fucking 5-star pan-seared scallop dish with balsamic reduction. Honestly, like look at both of these images. Tell me which one looks better to you to eat right now. That's what I thought. The fanciest thing I do is put my pinky out when I drink things. The fanciest thing I enjoy is a bidet, because who doesn't love a blast of warm water on their beehole? God, fucking in so many ways, Gwyneth just reminds me of like that Annabelle Porter lady from Parks and Rec. The one who's like, the newest thing that's in right now. You've tried almond milk, you've tried soy milk, well now try beef milk.
Milk.
It's just fucking milk. Can't just be me, right? Like there's way too many similarities between them. Moving on though, and even more Gwyneth Paltrow news. Oh, boo, boo. I know. I'll be sure to include more variety of stories next time, okay? In a previous episode of What the Fuck News, we covered Gwyneth's Goop Labs Netflix documentary series, which was just riddled with the most ridiculous nonsense you've ever fucking heard.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow, isn't this beautiful? Including, of course, the episode about a man who claims that he can massage your energy with his twisty fingers and make your body uncontrollably do this.
What I'm doing just looks wacky, you know, because people might be wondering, like, is this person having a seizure? Is this an exorcism? Is this person having an orgasm? Like, what's happening here, right? So,
I wish.
you know.
Wow, that was real, and I know that because it was in a documentary. People watching drama channels be like, those have to be facts because this guy said it. You know, it reminds me of that trend for a while where people were saying that the COVID vaccine was making them shake uncontrollably. Did you ever see that? Like there was the video of the lady walking out of the bathroom like... Oh, and then my favorite was this one.
Let me raise my legs.
Oh my god, is that real? Gulpsound.mp3. Please tell me it's in a documentary so I know it's factual. I have had 4 of those shots. Oh god, what is gonna happen to me? Oh no, it's happening. Oh my god, I can't control it. I don't know what to do. I can't stop uncontrollably moving. What's happening to me? What did I tell you? I'm like a really good actor or whatever. Yeah, no, I can't say that I've had any reaction to the vaccine other than maybe liking men more than I did previously, but you know, I'm not complaining. This next section is called looking at hot boys together and licking our lips. Join me in this. Ooh. Really sorry about that. Please resubscribe. I swear I won't do it again. Just in this video though, because let's be real, I will do it again in like a future episode or whatever. But anyways, yes, Gwyneth's Goop Labs documentary was unfortunately not the last show that Gwyneth had in store. And she released yet another documentary series in 2022 called Sex, Love, and Goop. And when I heard that title for the first time, I was like, oh god. I prayed to Allah. I made a blood sacrament to Diablo and the 7 Lords of Hell. I put my hair penis in a tree to commune with Awa. I pleaded with the old gods and the new that for the love of all that is holy, this documentary series wouldn't be about 50-year-old Gwyneth Paltrow having sex with people on camera.
So as you can see, my beaver is very attracted to you. It is super moist.
And I'm happy to report that my prayers were answered. By which god I was praying to, I'm not quite sure, but it answered nonetheless, as Gwyneth Paltrow isn't nude the entire time. I know, yeah. And I know that because I watched the fucking thing. That's right, and I gotta admit, I was really looking forward to just absolutely ripping this series a new asshole. But weirdly enough, and I'm not memeing about this at all, it was actually kind of informative. Boo! Boo! Yeah, I'm the same guy that was booing before. Boo! I got my homies to boo with me this time. Boo! Boo! Come on, guys! Boo! I'm alone in this room. I'm going insane. Look, boo me all you want, but I had a sex toy company as a sponsor on this channel for a long time. I like to think, you know, I'm a pretty sex positive person. I don't think it should be weird or taboo to talk about. And while yes, I'm technically praising something that Gwyneth Paltrow made, I think a big reason that I didn't mind this show is that she's in it for maybe like 5 minutes. And I'm not the only person with this opinion either. Like the top comments of the trailer for this series were,
This show is actually very good. It gives us a lot to learn about ourselves and relationships if you exclude Paltrow and a scammy smiley face and a poopy brand. Why, Netflix, why?
Another one with 85 thumbs up said,
nothing wrong with erotic love and healing in that way. Right idea, wrong person to talk about. Tired of Gwen. Unhappy face.
And then finally this comment, which really just hits the nail on the head. Goop? More like poop. LeMayo got him. Wow, you keep making those comments, I'm gonna be out of a job, dude. Those jokes are really good. However, that aside, that's not to say that this content won't make you bleed from your corneas. As similarly to the last Goop Labs documentary, there is a lot of, you know, pseudoscience-y, borderline scammy, weird shit in this. And I think it was the last episode too that gives me like big culty vibes. Like, first you got the leader of the exercise of this episode who just looks like a reptile. Like the skin that she's wearing is not her own skin. Friggin' Men in Black situation going on here. But then the whole rest of the episode is just a bunch of people sitting in a park doing some sort of like theater art piece where random strangers claim that they were quote unquote resonating with the couple's ancestors so that they could understand their like marital issues.
Family constellations is a group practice that helps investigate what it is that's stuck in an individual's life.
So basically, like, the couple that was having issues would sit in the middle of this group, and then by some unknown force, I guess, one of the random strangers would pretend to be like the couple's mom, for example, and act like that person's mom. What the fuck? And then another random stranger would be that person's grandma, and they would basically claim that they could speak to their dead ancestors and channel their like issues into them in what they called resonating. Okay, tell me that doesn't sound like some culty bullshit. And even if I could somehow accept that this was scientifically possible, that this slee stack looking ass grandma could channel my fucking dead ancestors, how is that gonna help me? How is knowing that my great grandpa had a porn addiction gonna improve my sex life? How is this hag raven channeling my dead ancestors telling me that they're disappointed in me gonna change anything? Like, I don't need you to channel my ancestors for me to know that they're disappointed in me. Like, this isn't the fucking movie Holes where your ancestors have a curse on them and the only way for you to break it is by carrying a kid up a hill. Then again, who knows? You know, maybe it is. Maybe my ancestors have a curse on them and that's why my life is sucked and I haven't found love. I figured it out. Oh my God. So anyways, yes, that's just one of the things that happens in the show that's just a little bit like, you know, just like, but essentially the show is based around, I think, 5 different couples that are in some way sexually incompatible with each other. So each episode they try to pair that couple with a different sex therapist to try to figure out what those issues are. And after doing this show for as long as I have, I feel like nothing really surprises me anymore, you know? But I gotta admit, I was genuinely surprised when they were introducing the sex therapist and out walks the Asian doctor from the Human Centipede. Was not expecting that. Yeah, probably don't go with that guy. Then again, who am I to judge, you know? Maybe being sewn ass to mouth is the thing that was missing in their marriage. And that was your sex advice of the day from me.
Sex advice with Destery. I'm still a virgin.
No, but aside from Granny Rags from the Dishonored franchise, most of them at least seemed like they knew what they were doing. Like, I think the part of the show that was actually interesting to me was learning more about like sexual health. Like, for example,
we are orgasmic beings. Every cell in our bodies is wired for pleasure.
I had no idea. So you're telling me that even my nucleus is horny? Holy fuck, dude, that's crazy. Yo, someone bonk my fucking nucleus, man. My nucleus is out of control today, dude. Or how about the part where they whip out a vagina pillow, which I'm sure all of you are very surprised I don't own, and breaks down the anatomy of the vaganius.
And then we have arousal, right, which is gonna change it, which is gonna make a little bit more exposure, right? The clitoris is gonna grow.
Right.
It's very similar to someone's penis.
What? Are you telling me that ladies have had penises this whole time? Oh my God, am I gay? Well, I guess I'm gay. So you wanna do the segment where we're looking at hot boys again and licking our lips? Because I got more pictures.
All this is also the clitoris.
Wow.
So we have the clitoral legs.
The what? There's legs in those things?
And then the vestibular bulbs, or some people call them the clitoral bulbs as well.
The bulbs, there's bulbs now. Dude, what is going on? I knew none of this. Like, what do you do with a clitoral bulb? Yo, I gotta change my clitoral bulbs. Clitoral bulbs feeling real dim today.
That's the whole clitoris.
Jesus Christ, lady. Fucking whips out a Lovecraftian creature and is like, this is the clit? No, that is an apothecary from Black Ops 3, lady. I have never been more scared of a clit than I am at this very moment. I feel like next time I'm near one, I'm just gonna be like, no, scary. But yeah, each episode sort of explores that particular couple's issues while doing exercises that specific couple might find useful. For example, one sex therapist has a couple lay on a table and explore each other's erotic blueprints, which are essentially just sexual love languages, if you think about it like that. Why the hell they called them erotic blueprints, I have no idea. I just imagine something like, wow, that house is sexy. I tried to find blueprint paper. This was all I could find, sorry. But basically lays the couple down and has them try to pleasure each other with things without actually pleasuring each other. Whether that's blindfolding the person, twiddling your little fingies in the guy's chest pubes, whipping out Wolverine claws. Wait, what the fuck? Why does she have those? What possible use could you have for Wolverine claws? We know, Destery, anything can be a dildo if you're brave enough. No, don't listen to that. Don't make me say it again. I won't do it. Here, you know what? I'll just hold up this shirt instead. There you go. I don't want to have this conversation again, okay? You're grounded. But yeah, this was actually one of the more interesting, dare I say, useful parts of the show, like learning about the sexual love language stuff. And to the credit of the therapist, this actually did seem like it helped the couple that she was like attending to. But the second this lady lost me was when she started doing the whole fucking energy touch thing again. Like, they did this shit in the last Goop Labs documentary and it hasn't gotten any less weird.
Oh, I did feel that.
You felt that?
Yeah.
So it's like a little pocket where it got warmer. So now you're feeling some energy.
Okay, Erica, we are very deep in your energy right now. Ooh, do you feel us, Erica? Do you feel us in your energy?
And it doesn't stop there. In the next episode, the same lady then invites some Megamind looking motherfucker to have the couple watch as he's twisting his magic fingers all up in the sex therapist's energy. Which is just so bizarre. Like, obviously the actual act is a little, like fucking weird, but having a couple there to witness it is just, I don't know. So guys, I just gotta say, before I show you this, I don't think there's any warning I can give that can adequately prepare you for what you're about to witness, but just know that I tried. Dude, I hate this. Like, fuck?
Like you're pulling a thread to start to pull.
No. How about do not pull it like a thread? Whatever the fuck you do, don't do that. Please stop, for the love of God.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Congratulations. Today I found out that there's a level of cringe I didn't have previously unlocked. Yeah, similar to the Shadow Realm from Yu-Gi-Oh! There's actually a new place I've discovered called the Cringe Realm, and I own a bodega in that realm from this shit. Dude, what the fuck? I may never get a boner again, like ever. The horny that resided in my cells have shriveled, and my cells have told me that they want to leave. In another study, a married couple had kind of lost their spark after years of being married and having kids, so a different sex therapist had them go into a room in complete silence and then stare at them while asking them to touch each other. And obviously, after witnessing whatever the hell the last thing we saw was, nothing can be quite as strange, but I feel like if you're trying to get your sex life back on track, the last thing you'd want to do is have a short old Romanian woman yell at you while staring at you to see how intimate you and your partner are. I mean, for Christ's sake, if I saw this lady in the corner of my fucking room, comfortable would be the last thing I'd be. Like, look guys, I know I'm not an expert at sex. In fact, most people would probably agree I'm the opposite, but is this shit normal? Like, to just like walk into a room with a couple and be like,
Now touch. Oh yes, I love it when you rub her shoulder. Now bite it.
what?
Bite it. It's the only way to save your marriage.
She then has the couple sit on the floor blindfolded and then has them do some sort of ritual style movement exercise where the goal is to move the same as your partner. And I think I've seen this exact ritual before actually. Yeah, it was in the Boo saga of Dragon Ball Z where two small boys become one very buff small boy. And as uncomfy as it makes me to have the Wicked Witch of the Waste watching these two, the exercise that she has them do is actually useful. It's just, I feel like it's reserved for married couples or like people that have been together for a long time. Because like, I guarantee if I tried this shit with a Tinder date, it would go like, all right, hey, how's it going? So before we get down and dirty, why don't you come sit with me for a second, put your palms in my palms, and then feel my energy coursing through your energy. Wait, where are you going? Another therapist has an elderly couple looking to spice up their marriage. And once again, I would love to give this lady the benefit of the doubt, but the first thing she has these old ass people do is ask them to crawl around on the ground, sniffing and snarling at each other. I mean, she's assuming a lot, thinking they can even get on their knees. One crouch down and they will destroy what little cartilage they had left. I mean, I just turned 32 a couple weeks ago and my knees already sound like when you put milk into a bowl of Rice Krispies. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. But I will say, this was a dramatic few minutes of TV for me, where I was truly rooting for their artificial hips and astonished at this guy's limber hip movements. I mean, wow, just look at him go. I feel like being a sex therapist to elders brings up a whole new series of problems that people just don't think about. Hi, yes, what got you guys to come here today?
What?
I said, what got you guys to come here today?
The crops?
No, why are you here?
Well, my dingle hopper is soft and mushy, and getting it to work is like pushing a piece of rope. Just does not behave. Plus, my wife is drier than Professor Quirrell when Harry touches him in the Sorcerer's Stone. I could probably do only like 4 weak thrusts before I have an imminent heart attack warning on my pacemaker, and my sphincter muscles are so weak that I poop myself about a third of the time that I do it.
Wow, that's terrible. I'm so sorry.
What's terrible?
Your story. You just told me.
Who are you?
Oh my god. Also, something I learned from this lady is apparently how people sound during sex is learned from porn and is not actually how you're supposed to sound. Here, watch.
In porn, the women breathe like this. We're not out of breath. What are we doing? Why are we breathing like this? It doesn't make any sense.
You know what? Speak for yourself. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always out of breath. We haven't even started yet. I know, I'm just really out of shape. That skit was accurate in 2 ways. My physical physique and also my only sexual partner. You're looking really good today. Oh, you. But at the same time, I don't think there's really one correct way to sound, you know? Do you know how weird it would be for 2 people to just breathe completely normally during sex? No moaning, no nothing, just... That's just uncomfy. So no thank you. You know, I think I'll stick to the sounds that I make, which apparently switches between either sounding like a tranquilized rhino, pretty accurate actually, or Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. Yo, are you even doing it right if your man don't sound like Donnie from the Wild Thornberry? I don't think so. They then do an exercise called mirror work, where you look at yourself in the mirror and critique how you look or how you feel about how you look so that you can hopefully gain more self-acceptance. Wow, I like that. I'm gonna try that right now. I don't like any of that. And the last couple I would really rather not talk about because it goes past the point of cringe and things that I can make jokes about. And frankly, again, I'm not a sexpert, an expert at sex. I mean, I've been going with slot A goes into slot B, and that's been working out pretty okay for me so far, but I don't know if it's normal or acceptable to have your sex therapist actually enter you with their actual fingers.
I provide genital contact.
Like that just to me seems like it crosses a line. Like, yeah, her partner was standing right there and watching that, but like, like you can tell she's uncomfortable with it. And then the fucking sex therapist lady says some shit like
she hadn't known something like that in her body before. So now it's not just like, oh my God, I had an orgasm. It's wow, like I had that kind of orgasm.
Yeah, I got her to orgasm. Yeah, I did that. Like she's bragging about it? I don't even know. Look, maybe this is all like completely normal and fine. I just know that if this were me, I would have a problem with it. And it's one of those things where like you can sense the uncomfortability of the other person and then that just makes you more uncomfortable.
I provide genital contact.
And then on top of that, like this lady also looks like a fucking lizard. I don't know where they're finding these sex therapists that just all look like lizards, but if you're to take one thing from this whole video, okay, if you're ever to have sex therapy, make sure that your sex therapist is not a lizard first.
Sex advice with Destery.
I provide genital contact.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I've realized today I don't trust lizards. Yeah, that's right. Talking about you. I don't trust you. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm probably gonna get some people in the comments that's like, Destery, that's literally the whole purpose of sex therapy is to have someone else jam their fucking fingers into you and figure out what makes you tick. Well, excuse me, princess. Like, I don't know these things, man. I also don't know if there's like really a right or wrong way to approach sex therapy. I think that probably before they went into this, there was like a waiver that says, hey, yeah, I'm gonna enter you with my fingers. What a weird contract, by the way. I'm gonna enter you. Like,
I provide genital contact.
Anyways, yeah, probably was like in writing at some point and they knew that that was gonna happen. Because if they didn't know that was gonna happen, that's like a whole fucking lawsuit, my guy. So yeah, maybe they knew what they were getting into and stuff. It's just at the same time, man, I was uncomfy that whole time watching it. Thank God my bodega in the cringe realm was still available because I had to fucking vacation there after watching this one. So yeah, all in all, this show does do its best to be actually informative, but it's just, I don't know, weird at times. But that's just me. Let me know what you thought about the show or if any of my takes are weird in the comments down below. Also, as I was literally weeks already done writing this episode, I got yet another story sent to me about Gwyneth and how she apparently uses ozone therapy on her asshole. And again, I have no idea what the fuck ozone therapy is or why your asshole would need it. But yeah, here's her talking about it.
I have used ozone therapy rectally.
I do know this about you.
It's pretty weird.
It's pretty weird. Yeah.
But it's been very helpful.
Yeah.
Helpful for what, Gwyneth? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. If I ask too many questions, we'll get another documentary series called Goop, My Ozoned Asshole and Me. I was gonna look it up for the sake of me being an actually informative journalist for you guys, but nah. My search history is tainted enough from Gwyneth, so no, I'm good. But that's gonna do it for this episode of What the Fuck News. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. I hated it. I need to wash my eyes out with soap. That's the spirit. My big announcement is coming, but really quick, it would mean a lot to me if you went and checked out the first episode of a new series my friends and I started called Quests Unknown. We went to a Renaissance fair in character the entire time, and it was just a lot of fun. I'm bringing it up now because we're actually planning on filming more episodes this summer, so yes, definitely make sure that you watch that first episode. Also, yes, if you enjoyed the shirt that I was wearing in this video, I designed it myself, and you too can get it at destmerch.com. I realized that probably wasn't a strong enough call to action, so instead I'll be promoting my merch like that one episode of Family Guy where they're promoting cigarettes. Huge, ginormous thanks to my sponsor, merch, to dear patrons and all of my patrons for making merch in this video possible. Check out the Patreon links down below to see how you too can support the channel. Have you bought the merch yet? So thank you, Donna, for being a sponsor to your patron. Also, congratulations congratulations on finishing nursing school. You are the best. Thank you, Alexis. And thank you also to Sweet Cheeks Capone. Make sure to subscribe to her, links down below. Sort of an update for What the Fuck News. I do plan on making more kind of like deep dive episodes, sort of like this one. I wanted to do one about NFTs because there's been a lot of weird news about that. But yeah, hopefully I'm able to make more of these soon because honestly, I really do miss doing these. All right, so we made it to the end of this video. Those of you who waited around to hear the huge news, I'm so excited. Here it is. I'm making waffles right now. They look so good. Just look at these things. Wow. And yes, I will take a bite of them on camera for you guys. How is it still so fucking bad after all these years?
Feels alright to me.